Right. I think we're online now. Are we? Yes.
Busy.
Oh, no, he's back. No, is he? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bonus Action Heroes. Tonight we are playing. What are we playing? I'm so tired. I've been to a very long wedding. I've got completely smashed. I had 2 hours sleep, and so I may well forget what I'm doing and why we're here. But yeah, we're playing Out of the Abyss tonight. And where did we leave off? The party had been liaising with Urda Blackskull, the captain of the Stone Guard, who had asked them to investigate a growing corruption in the city of Gracklstugh. They'd spent quite a lot of time with her, and I think it's safe to say we need a pin board with lots of pictures, pins, string to really begin to put together all of the information that you all picked up, all of the amazing questions that you asked to investigate the problem. You'd also interviewed an unfortunate Duergar who had been arrested for selling all of his wares at a huge discount, which is a great crime in the city of Gracklstugh because it undermines the value and quality of the produce of the city. So he was arrested and sentenced to death, a harsh punishment in anyone's eyes outside of the city. You visited him in the cell, and with a little bit of investigation, you couldn't quite figure out whether he'd just seen something traumatic or whether he was under the influence of something else. So I can't remember who, but someone had cast protection from evil on him, and his incoherent ramblings had faded, and the real personality of Gregil had came forward. And I think you had until morning, at which point he was being executed. You had then travelled back to the boat. Correct me if I'm wrong. To check on your new colleagues, your new employees who you had freed at the slavers' market from the orc slavers. When you got on the ship, is this the wrong week? I'm losing track. But the two gnomes, Topsy and Turvy, had transformed into some. Was that the week before?
Yes,
But
that was a week before.
there we go. You see,
So
I'm
we.
very,
Well,
very
I'm
tired.
very confused because I thought we missed a week. I thought I had missed a week, but now I don't seem to have missed a week.
We did not play last weekend because you're at Ramstein, so you've missed nothing.
Right.
But in effect, I believe you had all awoken.
So you shits. Sorry for the stream, but these lot tried to convince me that they'd killed off Stool. So not only did I knew you were lying about that, of course, but I was not even aware that that could not have even been an option. But yeah, so they.
That is pretty mean, Jim.
Blame me like it was my fault.
So yeah, so you had slept, you'd had a long rest, and you were walking across the Blade Bazaar on the way to Overlake Hold, which is effectively the Stone Guard center of operations. It's the courthouse, the prison, where all the guards are based. You had rounded the corner and seen a series of metallic posts positioned over grids in the ground. A number of Duergar, male and female, chained to these posts, and the huge dragon Temper Child marching towards the area, clearly there to execute the prisoners. But before we start, I want to go back to the night before. As you all sleep in the tavern, or those of you that don't sleep, like Malice and Drodin, we see Malice sat upon the bed in her room, eyes closed, in a trance, meditating, recovering her strength, recovering her magic. And although you don't sleep, when you trance, you can dream. You can see places you've been, people you've known. Sometimes you even hear your ancestors, and sometimes you hear other things. And on this night you hear a gentle whisper as you begin to trance. A gentle feminine voice. Oh dear, poor lost child. Child of Menzoberranzan, let me show you what might be. I mean you no harm, although I know that is hard to believe in these times and in this place. I want only freedom for you. Freedom, I assure you. You don't even know all of the songs, the joy of dancing, and skies. So many skies. You're yet to see the stars. I can't wait for you to see them. And then nothing. Quiet. And then your mind lurches slightly, and it feels like you're taken somewhere else. You find yourself stood in a large, beautiful, iridescent cavern. There's just colours and lights, some still, some dancing in every direction, on all surfaces, on the walls, on the floors, on the ceiling. Greens, reds, blues, whites, gold, orange, yellow. The colours are just incredible. It is this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful place. And you find yourself walking through, and as you walk, your hands brush some of these long-stalked fungi. The lights flicker and dance and travel up and down. It's so peaceful here, so awe-inspiring. There's huge mushrooms that tower over you. They must be 50, 60 feet high, and they circle the huge cavern in every direction. You can see them, and as you pass some of them, they move and make a sound almost as if they're watching you, but they know you're not a threat, so they let you pass. You see these strange, colourful, thin, tall, gangly humanoids slowly meandering through. Some of them are using farming implements. They all have huge multicoloured caps on their head which extend out, and strange face-like formations on the front of their heads, but they're not faces like you have. And it's silent, all but silent. The only sound here is the sound of farming implements working the soil. And then you see one of these creatures approach. He's tall, taller than Stool, about 1.5 meters. And then you realise it is Stool. Bigger, he's grown. He has tiny fluorescent blue freckles on his face. His cap's grown out to a huge amount. It's like a huge wide brim hat now, with oranges and purple rings atop his head. He holds out some farming implements. He's clearly finished his work for the day. And he locks his eyes onto yours. They're dark black orbs, but with these beautiful blue spiral patterns in them that glow. He doesn't say anything, he never has, but you just get this strong, overwhelming sense of just a deep kindness and an overwhelming gratitude. And a weird, another sensation. It's a strange warm feeling of like a belonging. I mean, do drow even have a word for that? I don't know. You don't. And then Stool releases his spores, which you've seen him do 1,000 times, and you hear that familiar soft voice in your mind, although it's deeper now. More mature, more confident. And now he's showing you images in your mind, not just words, but pictures. Work is over, Malice. Mother Malice. We've finished. They have bid me ask you meld with them. And he shows you a scene of all of the Myconids in a huge circle, sharing their dreams, their aspirations, and their memories. And he holds out a hand. He's waiting.
If Dream May can, I'll...
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Why do you hesitate, Mother Malice? Please.
take his hand. I'll follow him.
Okay, he leads you through this beautiful terraced garden, again with these fungi and lichens and moss of all different colours, and some glow, some don't, but it's incredible. You can see how they've worked terraces into the cavern to basically ensure that they can grow more than enough food for everyone here. You approach a beautiful little mound in the centre of the cavern. Again, here it seems to only be decorative fungi, beautiful colours. Some of them gently move and dance. You can see these two huge myconids, probably 8 feet tall each, absolutely ginormous. And they gesture. There's a space in the circle amongst all of the myconids. And they gesture for you to the space.
I go to the space. I take the space.
So you see all of the myconids, they all sit in a circle. Again, it's still hard for you to read their expressions, but one by one you see the spores that you recognize from stool all around the circle, and you feel this connection, this sense of belonging. You feel your thoughts merge with theirs, you feel their dreams, you feel their memories, you feel hundreds of generations of their memories. You see how they've lived here in this way, peaceful, for hundreds, maybe thousands of years, barely venturing outside. A simple life. They farm, they work the land, they meld and share their thoughts, and then they sleep. And as your mind joins, it fades to black, and you're left with that strongest of senses of belonging, something you've never felt before. You're not in that cavern anymore, you're not with the myconids. You look around you, there's this warm, fetid breeze. It pushes your hair about your face. You can see walls and stalactites hanging from the ceiling, but they're far off. There's a weird, eerie red glow here. The myconids are no longer with you. Stool is not there. You see shapes shifting in a distant smoky gloom, and thousands of tiny glowing orange lights reveal the source of the glow. You look down and take a breath in. The air's rotten and fetid. You realise you're wearing robes over your metal armour. Black silk adorned with silver thread, embroidery, and a thin skeletal hand upon the centre of your chest adorned with rings. It's beautiful, really. So beautiful. You take it in, and some small silver items on your robes sort of jingle and knock into each other. And you realise that those silvered items are bones forged with metal, but not animal bones. These are bones of sentient creatures that you probably once knew. What do you do?
What exactly is around me? I'm in blackness with glowing orbs.
In front of you, yeah. Do you have a look around?
Yeah.
Okay, so you begin to look around. You can see these tiny glowing pairs of glowing like hot coals, thousands of pairs ahead of you. And you get that sense, you sense you're being watched or that someone's close behind you. You get that sense behind you. You turn and look, and they're behind you is column upon column, an army, a huge army lined up behind you. Dwarves, gnomes, drow, goblins, orcs, kuatoa, they're all there. And they're all empty socketed eyes staring into nothing. You turn to your left, you turn to your right. Ah, your companions are there. Drodin, Tink, Derendil. And they've all got empty white hollow eyes and gaping maws.
Are they reacting in any way? Or are they...
No.
Is Stool there?
You look around desperately for Stool. He is there. And he's huge. 7 feet tall easily. Twisted and gnarled like a tree. His face has got this fierce, alien, vicious expression. And his cap, it's not orange and purple and glowing with colour like it was in your other vision, but it's grey and brown with flecks of red luminescence. Behind him you can see more corpses, except these ones are riddled with fungi and growths, protruding from their mouths and covering their faces. He looks back at you as you meet his gaze, and his eyes are black and empty. But at least he seems to be alive.
That's all that matters. Stool's alive. Screw the rest of you. So, if they've all got black hollow eyes, or like dead eyes,
Yeah.
The pairs of glowing orbs, those orange. Do I have any idea what they might be?
Don't know. What would you like to do?
Walk towards them.
Okay. You take a step forward, and without issuing a word, the hundreds of undead troops behind you all follow perfectly in behind. As you take a step, they take a step. You hear hundreds of boots hitting the ground. You hear the tinkling of bones. And you hear a voice carry across the cavern. And the adrenaline kicks in instantly as soon as you hear it. It just makes you angry. Bopedo is here. There is only room for one god of death, and yours must die, so my master can rule. And he steps forward. Out of the smoky haze, lines of skeletons follow him out. Again, all races, but their sockets glow fiery red like hot coals. You even see several dragon skeletons clumsily stumbling behind him, remnants of red skin clinging to what remains. And he stops. 2 huge columns of the dead facing off against one another.
See?
Join us and follow, or oppose us, and join us once you're dead. Jules.
How far away is he? Could I get to him?
He's quite far away. He's probably about 100 feet away at the moment. Close enough to hear him and see him, but
not to bash his tiny skull in.
no.
not got the spell I want. Yes, I do.
If you want a spell, you have it. It's a trance, so you can use whatever spell you wish.
I have got it. I was just looking at the wrong level. I'd cast protection from good and evil on Stool.
Okay. Are you casting protection from good or from evil?
From evil, because I don't want him to be killed in the fight that is about to happen, because I'm about to go straight for Pepido. So
you cast the spell. You see this dark mist form over Stool and then cling to him. The spell is cast.
And then with my army following me, I run straight for Pepido.
Okay. You gain pace. You start to charge. The troops, as best they can, begin to move faster and faster. The sound of boots. Pepido holds still. The skeletons form up in huge lines. And behind them you see this huge shadow ringed in that red glow. You see this creature come into view, massive, bestial creature, corrupted and decayed. It's got goat's legs and a corpulent, swollen belly, covered in rot and seeping sores. Behind it is huge, leathery bat wings sprout from its shoulders, and its head it looks like nothing other than the skull of a huge, monstrous goat with all the flesh rotted away. In one hand, it seems to be holding the spinal column of a human with a screaming skull that glows red from the mouth above it. And as you charge forward, your column of troops clash, and you clash with Pepido. And you open your eyes and find yourself in the tavern room where you were all along. You hear a voice in your head. It's not the soft, gentle, supportive voice that you heard at the start. This one is vicious and unkind and unforgiving. Fail me, malice, and you shall know eternal torment. Succeed, the rewards will be great. You look around the room, the others are sleeping. And we shall return back to the streets of Gracklstugh as you all make your way to Overlake Hold.
I just checked. Did I recognise those voices from the previous vision?
Yes.
Yeah. And it was just the two voices?
It was just two.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, still gets to grow up in both of them, just badly in one of them. I'm so proud of him.
Fucking mushroom more important than the rest of the party.
Hey, if Tink wasn't such a dickhead.
And I've added that's in your journal now, Hazel. So if you wish to review it, it might be slightly different to what happened, but.
Do I need to expend the spell slot, or are we just saying that was in?
No, you don't need to spend. No, it was a dream spell slot.
Thank
Unlimited
you.
spell slots in dreams. Can everyone roll a Constitution check for me, please? As you walk through the city in the morning.
Oh shit.
can try.
Thomas, I've missed you!
Okay,
Oh, I rolled as the party, but that was meant to be Tink.
that's fine. That's fine. I'll give you that one. Yeah, Tink, you feel fine. Jim, if you want to roll a con save for me. If it,
I've rolled like 3 and none of them have come through.
are you doing them on
No,
Foundry?
no, I'm not. I'll do them on fucking Foundry.
Yeah, I don't know if the Beyond D&D plugin's not working or something. Yeah,
It's probably
Tink,
my internet.
okay. Tink, you're absolutely fine. But Malice, you wake up. Well, wake up. You finish your trance, and you're having breakfast. You find you've got this like cough, and actually, as you're washing your face in the morning, you see sort of like black, stuff around your nose, like where you've been breathing, and actually around your mouth, and just this clawing cough, like smoky, and you can only assume it's just the sheer smoky, acrid atmosphere of the city. So you have one level of exhaustion, I'm afraid, and as does Drodin.
Is it like when you blow your nose after you've been to a bonfire?
It is, but worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why that analogy?
That's what I could think of. Also, surprise cat.
Meow.
So yes, Jim and Drodin and Malice have Grackle Lung. So you have one level of exhaustion.
I'm going to pretend I know how to do exhaustion on Foundry.
Your attributes page underneath your 3 boxes on the right hand side where death saves, exhaustion.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Why are you two coughing so much?
But unlike you, we don't have an iron lung.
Not used to urban environments like this.
I don't know if I have an iron lung. I might have a filtration system built in.
It's all much of a muchness, isn't it?
Good, Millie. Ruin the stream. Good girl. I guess we just hotfoot it to the guardhouse before he dies.
Okay. So you
Can
work
I
your way. Sorry,
He-
yes.
He's dead. He slit its throat. We were gonna go back if we could.
Oh, he's
figure out
he's very much there and alive.
Spare the dying.
You cast Spare the Dying on him, so
Oh, that was it.
he looks pale. He looks like he lost a lot of blood, but he is alive and chained to one of these iron, or well, some kind of metallic pillar.
So then, before we go running up, do we want to figure out how we gonna save him?
It is about 20 minutes until the execution, so you do have time to discuss.
Stone that we found. That's a sort of proof. I'm surprised he's still chained since we proved he was charmed in a way, but yeah, if they... I suppose it's on our word that we found this stone in his shipment, but let's just show the captain this.
Well, the charm is still on him, is it not? So could we not just remove it for a short period of time so that they can witness that it is not his true self?
Can do that.
Alternatively, I've been holding on to this thing since we found it, so if I turn into a gibbering wreck soon, then they'll know. But, I mean, I'm fine so far. Hasn't had any. Haven't heard any singing or anything.
To be fair, dear boy, Darendil pipes in, I don't think the Duergar are very keen on singing. They don't seem to be keen on any kind of entertainment. It's all work, work, work here.
No, I mean normally I can appreciate a good work ethic, but yeah, they need to take a little more time to, I don't know, become more cultured. Seems like an inappropriate way to phrase it.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would say that to them, but feel free if you wish to.
You just need, I don't know, need like an amphitheater or something, or maybe a library. I mean, forges and everything are lovely, but I'd like a book that isn't about, I don't fucking know.
I tell you what, Drodian, back in my home of Nelrindenvane, the library we have there, you would love it. Stories, myths and legends, um, magic. My sister, she is a wonderful mage, very talented. Um, I'm sure if we ever reach the surface, it would be my honor to show you our library and give you full access. In fact, seems
I'll take that deal. Yeah.
it seems the least I can do. We've kept each other alive this far. My family are moderately wealthy. Who am I kidding? We're filthy rich. My father is king of a very substantial kingdom. He will see you rewarded for my return. Even if you can't turn me back, I'm sure the library would just be the tip of the iceberg, as they say. I think they say that in Icewind Dale. I think that's a phrase up there.
I don't even know what Icewind Dale is, but I'll take your word for it.
It's very cold.
Sounds terrible.
Not my idea of a nice time. To be honest, I like the more tropical places for my vacations. Sorry, what? I'm distracted. What are we doing? We doing a jailbreak?
Well,
Yes.
no, that would be illegal.
Oh,
We are going to legally offer evidence for his innocence, and if they decide that he has still broken the law, that is up to them and the legal system in this area.
okay.
And also, I've just been listening to that whole weird little discussion they've just been having. And I'm sorry if I'm getting a bit meta, but Hazel doesn't trust Darendil, so therefore Malice doesn't trust Darendil right now. Was he being truthful? Was there any sense of doubt in his description of his home and his family?
Insight.
Insight 23.
23. No, he seems to believe what he's saying. And actually you can sort of sense especially when he was talking about his sister, you got this sense of fondness and almost a little wistfulness that he was perhaps missing her.
Okay. Okay. I like him, I just don't trust him, that's all.
You don't trust anyone.
Something's going on there.
No.
So is everyone agree? Well, what should we do? Should we approach the authorities, tell them of what we are aware, offer a demonstration of him and his right self?
Yes, I assume that there's a right to a trial of sorts in this place?
I would hope so, and this would be new evidence. How exactly do they feel about magic here? I can't remember.
We should probably, as you said, ask permission, or else it just looks like we're potentially freeing the prisoner and it could go very badly.
I'm wondering if they have a magic caster themselves, and then we could tell them what spell to cast, and they could maybe cast it and see that he, as he is at the moment, is not his true self.
Yes, I mean, we have the captain's ear. I don't see why they wouldn't. But, time is pressing. Shall we?
Yes.
You're off.
Yeah, you begin marching forward. You see now that there's a number of stone guards, not many, but as you've learned to appreciate in this city, that you suspect that there's others, invisible, unseen, standing by. The dragon now has approached and is flanked by probably a dozen of these blue-robed Duergar with the symbol around their necks of two hands, palm to palm, with a flame in the middle. They just seem to be waiting for the proper time. You do see Captain Blackskull discussing with some of the Duergar, clearly giving orders, getting them to check the chains of the prisoners, all of that kind of stuff. And she sees you approach and nods.
Captain Black, could you give us a moment? I'm sorry. It looks like you're busy, but we've got some evidence, some new evidence.
You have.
No evidence.
My voice went very deep there.
Mine went very high.
It did. It did. I think that there is probably small fairy creatures on the surface that reacted to it. It was that high.
Drodin, show her the stone. Oh no, Jimothy.
It's
Oh, it's-
really fucking me off, to be honest. But yeah,
Are
Paul.
you okay there? You zoned out a bit for a minute.
Oh, fuck off! It waits until we start playing D&D to start giving me this problem.
It does, yes.
But yeah, left hand in the bag. Probably don't touch it. It apparently sends you a bit psychopath.
We found this in the shipment of iron ore that Gregil received before all of this happened to him.
And what am I looking at?
Very
It's cl-
a very ancient and magical mineral or orb that I can't identify correctly or consistently, at least.
It does not look like iron. It does not look like mithril. It does not look like silver.
And magic determines that it goes through every school of magic within a matter of seconds.
What is the significance of that? I am not a magical person, so I do not understand.
Nothing has the capacity to just change the. It's like changing what race you are every second. It's like if you were an elf and then suddenly you're a Duergar and then you're a human and then you're a drow. they're things that shouldn't be able to change unless you used magic to completely overwrite it. And it's just continuously jumping from one to another without an outside interference.
I'm not sure I understand the significance of this in the case that we are talking about.
Really
We
a
have,
powerful magic item, and our theory is that it's had some sort of effect upon it.
okay, and how do we prove this? And who has inflicted this effect upon his person?
You said that. Well, not you. He said that the shipment was from Wursalt Baron?
Okay, yes, I know him.
Perhaps before executing him, we should investigate this worse person.
Okay. So you are asking me to... You are suggesting this has been done to him? And therefore he is a victim of a crime, not the perpetrator of a crime. He is effectively... what? His mind is not his own?
Well, exactly that. He's
Him
been-
yesterday?
Very well. I think I can make a case to the magistrate to defer the sentence until such time as you have spoken to this trader, Salt Baron. I know him. You two, free this prisoner and take him to the holding cells.
You see two guards go up and remove the chains and sort of cuff him and start leading him away. You see the dragon all the while, this huge red dragon with this sort of leering, smirking smile. It's just got a very condescending look about its face.
Oh, just 3 today, is it? I am so hungry. Just 3 is not good enough. Maybe one of those drow will do.
You see the blue-robed people sort of like, no, Temper Child, no. You only eat of the criminals, you know this. This is the law. But he's looking at you all. You see like a big drip of drool coming out of the corner of his mouth.
It's so good, crispy, and burned.
In
I
Black Skull
wouldn't-
just doesn't seem to react. He just takes no notice.
I'll generally follow the lead then and not react as best as possible. Captain,
Yes.
there are spells that might also help alleviate some of the issue for your captive. I know Tinker's used one, and I believe calm emotions would work as well. Just to really demonstrate the difference between who they currently are and who they would normally be.
Okay. I will speak with the Keepers of the Flame. They are priests. They will perhaps be able to recreate these spells that you speak of, and we can demonstrate to the magistrate that this person is enchanted and not a criminal. He has a fair case of getting off. Depends which magistrate he has, to be honest. Some are more strict than others. Some take the view that if you are weak of mind and weak enough to be enchanted, then you deserve the full weight of the law anyway. I do not hold this view. So it will depend on which magistrate I go before, but I will do my best. So you will find this trade assault baron in the Black Lake docks. He has a cabin. If you go to the end of the docks, there are right at the far east end. You will see his cabin. It is the only one there. Let me just remind myself.
Sorry, I just need to look at the map in case I'm giving you duff directions. Yes.
Yes, as I say, go to the very easternmost docks. You will see a single hut. I believe that is his warehouse.
You, we'll go there straight away. I'll look around at the other two.
Good. Thank you. You're already making progress into the case. I appreciate your assistance. If you need anything from me, you know where I will be. Yes, well, if there is nothing else, I will go speak with the clerics and have them demonstrate this effect that you speak of, and hope that young Gregil will be freed, or at least got the help he needs. I trust if you find a way of curing him, you will inform us.
Yes, of course.
Good. Well, good day. We have 1 minute until the executions of these three. Do you wish to observe?
I would quite like to.
Be quite
Very
interesting
well.
to see.
I would recommend if you look in the stone there is a yellow line. You see? Do not go inside the yellow line. That is the blast zone. You're likely to be horribly burned. So as long as you stay beyond the yellow line, you will be fine. So just pick anywhere. It's not as popular as it was. There used to be a time when you would have hundreds of people watching these executions, but these are just petty criminals. No one of note.
I don't particularly want to watch people be burnt alive, so I will go and, I don't know, wait down the road or something.
Do you take Stool with you? Whilst I'm interested in this, I'm not sure I want him to witness it.
Well, does Stool also want to watch? I mean, can make his own choice there.
I think, to be fair, there and Drodin, the little sprout is a child. I don't think he's been exposed to enough death already. Don't you think?
Well, Drodin will, like, clap his thigh and just walk off and like, oh, come on if you want to go away from here, Stool. And he'll walk off kind of slowly so Stool can keep up.
Okay, he'll waddle after you slowly in that way that he does. That way the mushrooms walk, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so Tink and Malice. I'm going to assume that Rain is probably going with Drodin. I don't know. Yeah, you stand and watch as the keepers sort of gently corral this huge red dragon in front of the first prisoner, and you can see the prisoner is just. She's got her eyes closed. She is not looking. She doesn't want to see what's coming. And the dragon He sort of steps in front, gets surprisingly close, leans in, sniffs this poor Duergar who is chained to this metallic pillar. He just takes in the breath and then backs off. The neck comes up in an S shape. There's a huge rushing of air as he inhales, and then just this jet of red hot flame. And even behind the line, you can feel it. And just as Captain Blackskull said, flame just erupts around. It is huge, terrifying, and you hear a brief scream from the Duergar, and as she's still alive and burning, the dragon just, the neck snaps in, the jaws close, and the scream goes silent, and there is empty chains where she was, with just her hands still in them. And then he tilts his head back and just like swallows it, and then sidles sideways to the next one with this sardonic, smirking smile. You watch as the same happens again. This Duergar, an elderly man, lets out a full-on scream, and then is just silenced again by the dragon, just fighting and just throwing his head back and just swallowing in one go. The third goes the same way. And now there's just charred stone, black soot stone, and nothing but a single pair of chains with a pair of hands still in the manacles. The dragon burps, turns. The Keepers of the Flame, one of whom has been talking to Captain Blackskull, who has not watched this as it went on, begins to lead the dragon away to the south.
Watching that, did Malice think that the dragon, that their enjoyment was normal, or do we think this dragon is a psychopath?
Roll insight. Roll insight, please.
Because I know what I think, and I'm the one who talks about, like, sawing skulls in half. 21.
Beautifully described.
Veronica, yes, you can. Sorry, that was 20 minutes ago. Insight. Okay, you're watching the dragon, and the thought goes through your head: is this dragon just completely evil, or what's going on? And as you watch it, it almost, you observe the clerics that are with it, and you see with that role that they are presenting very much that they are in charge and that the dragon is in their care. But you do spot that a number of them are quite nervous around the dragon, and they seem to be almost expecting something to go wrong. It's like they present this very calm, in control facade, but you see that a number of them are quite edgy and nervous that the dragon might do something unexpected. The dragon itself, is it a psychopath? Or is it, with that role, is it a creature that has been so spoilt that it's so used to getting its own way that it just doesn't know what consequences are? It hasn't been taught any real morality, or it could be a psychopath. But you're not sure. It seems immature for such a big dragon, I think, is the crux of it.
Okay.
As Malice and I are walking back to the others, I will just have this endless stream of questions. Is that a normal form of punishment for a city? I mean, I suppose most cities don't have dragons, do they? I don't know. Especially not down here. How do you punish people back where you're from? How do they keep such a mighty beast in their control? Is it always that cruel?
Malice will
It's
do
not
her
cruel.
best to respond to these. So I don't think it's a normal form of punishment. It's something I've only ever heard of in Gracklstugh. Back home, generally, well, you've seen what punishments people go through. You've been through some of them. Oh, we're generally big fans of torture. Anything from flaying to waterboarding to so on and so forth. But generally, we will just punish people by somewhat enslaving them. Entombment can be quite an interesting one, though. Just brick them in and see what happens over a number of days. But also, I don't think that's quite normal for other areas either. I'm not quite sure how they managed the dragon. Considering watching him, he seems very spoilt, like an ill-mannered child, which is not what I expected for a dragon of that size. From what I know of them, which I will admit is quite little, and it will just go on between the two of us.
Darendale will pipe in. Well, I can honestly say we do have dragons on the surface. I can't say I've ever used one as a execution tool or any other capacity. I think the red ones are quite mean from all accounts. So I don't know how they've tamed it. Very interesting. I agree. I've seen dragons flying. I've never seen one up close until now. Marvelous, really. Jodin, you're a learned type. Don't you know about dragons?
This is the most we have talked.
Yeah. I mean, it was. I can't decide if that was merciful or brutal. I mean, fire is a horrible way to go, but kind of put them out of their misery quite quickly. Although, did he chew? I'm not sure. Which makes me think maybe it's not merciful. Ooh, it doesn't bear thinking about. I'm convinced I'm not going to break the law here. It works. It's a deterrent. I might suggest to father start using dragons. I'm kidding. So, where now?
Speak to the Salt Baron, should we not? And then we need to visit a library I cannot remember the details of. With some giants.
Ah, yeah, I've written that down somewhere.
Oh. You want to see the giants?
I think there were two places we could go. I think it was the one with the giants that made the most sense.
I haven't written down the name of the library.
Raven Hollow.
Is that the library that a lot of people don't believe exists?
Yes. Yes,
Oh.
it's a fabled stone giant library that apparently moves around and.
So we should go speak to the leader of the stone
Oh.
giants, Hagram, about it.
Yes. Stone Speaker, Graham. Or do we want to go to the main gate of Gracklstugh and talk to the people, the guards who have been being bribed?
Shall we do Salt Baron first? Just because it's our hot lead.
Yeah, I mean, Raven Hollow isn't real anyway, so. I mean, it'd be interesting to talk to some stone giants, but. You know, they can't actually send us anywhere. Amazing.
Send
That
Stool
would
back.
be.
Do we send Stool back to the boat, or do you want to bring him in case?
Well, he's very useful for communication, and I'd much rather keep an eye on him myself. Last thing I want now is him being attacked by those Darrow on the boat right now.
I appreciate what you're saying. I do feel that we put him in danger quite a lot.
Well, at
He's
least
own.
he's with us. If anything is to happen, we can take care of him. If he was to get hurt anywhere else, then you don't know what he'd be left to.
Very
At
true.
this point, Jodin is going to look down at Stool, and he's going to use detect thoughts, so it becomes two-way. And then he's going to use the telepathy he hasn't used yet to ask Stool. It's like, so, we're going to a Salt Baron's place that might be dangerous. Would you rather go back to the boat filled with potential were-rats and everybody else that we know, or would you like to come and potentially get stabbed at a Salt Baron's dockyard?
You get a mental image of Stool basically leaning against Malice's legs.
You're doing that. I don't care. He's a fucking mushroom.
He's an imaginary mushroom, but he is my imaginary mushroom.
Yeah, Jordan will turn around and be like, he seems to want to stay with Malice at the moment anyway, so.
Okay, well,
And then he'll look back and think again towards Stool. Is like, I can understand you for a minute if you think things. So if you have any other messages you have, let me know.
okay.
I want to speak to you.
Matt, no, I think Matt's just like, wait, like somebody else can start a conversation with Stool. I wasn't prepared for this.
Anyone can talk to Stool at any time.
I know, but he can reply now.
He could reply before, he'd just have to use the spores. He's a smart boy.
I know, but now
He's also
Now-
just a
now
baby.
someone else can start a conversation with him. Oh, it almost looks like we're outside.
Almost. Yeah. 'Cause
Almost.
I haven't got a map without plants on it. We'll just say it's lichen and weird fungal succulent things. Yeah, you follow the instructions. You head to the docks and keep following to the easternmost dock.
whatever you
And
said.
this is the last one. As you approach, you see quite a distinctive looking Duergar. He's unloading crates from boxes. He's got sort of a black tattoo under his eyes, across his nose. His hair is shaved at the sides, but quite long on top, and it's just in a ponytail at the back of his head. He's got quite a large beard, but it is trimmed so it doesn't go below his neckline. He seems to see you approaching, doesn't really pay much attention, and just begins to walk towards the entrance to his hut. He kicks the door open, steps inside, drops a crate, and then walks back out and starts moving towards his boat to get another crate. As he does that, you see a Duergar appear, shaved head, long white beard, wearing grey and black clothing with a hood up and a scabbard on the belt. The scabbard is empty, and as this Duergar starts to walk back towards his boat, you just see this person appear out of nowhere and slash out. This glowing golden lighted blade seems to just appear in their hands, and they strike him in the back as he walks past. But miss. And as this person appears, you see another two appear. Roll initiative, please. Let's change the music.
I also feel like we should address the fact that my familiar is here for the first time.
No, familiar.
um, so as we're walking, at some point Trojan will probably get ahead of everyone else as we're walking along. Or perhaps it would have been you'd have noticed it when he turned around to walk away from watching the dragon torch all the people who were chained up. But as he moved away, you would have seen hanging off his back was a very large, like snow white ivory moth that runs from almost like as it's hanging there from like nearly where his neck is down to like midway down his back. It's quite a hefty little thing, and he largely doesn't seem all that bothered to just have it hanging off the back of his. Well, I was going to say his coat, but it's a robe of billowing, isn't it? So it's like just kind of like nestled under there with his little head poking out the underside.
So pretty.
Yeah, he's a cute little
So-
moth.
I'll show you the picture.
How big is it? If I'm 1.5 foot tall.
Probably as big as you, isn't it? It's probably
We're
as
gonna
big
have
as-
some good times.
It's probably a little under a foot, like lengthways.
Need to put the stream on so that the stream can see. Apologies, stream. Who wants to control rain?
I have to figure out how to control fucking Trojan first.
I can
Okay.
try. I don't know artificers.
Okay. Good way to learn. Good way to learn. Okay, is everyone on the initiative order? There we go. So Tink, you see this unfolding. Your reactions are quickest. What would you like to do?
See, can't move the combat thing. Move combat tracker. Thank you. Oh, okay, I can't see everything. I'm going to start with Fairy Fire.
Hey,
Oh well. Oh, I can sort of. They have to be completely in it, don't they?
no, partially. I'll accept partially in it as long as there's a good portion of them in it. That's fine.
And some purple knight over there.
Okay, dexterity saving throw. First one fails. Second one fails. So describe your fairy fire for us. What does it look like?
I will shout out, "Watch out, old man!" And I will just shoot this burst of flame and aim it at the. Well, not flame, but like. It looks like flame, but it's not hot like flame, and throw it onto the dot. Whatever you would call that. What do you call that?
Here.
Dot pier. Yeah, pier. And then it just spreads out like wildfire, and they're surrounded by this purple glowing light.
Okay. So you now have what advantage? Anyone attacking them has advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Do I want to move? I am quite squishy.
Oh, you got this one as well. Hang on. They all fail, all three of them. Wow. It's nice when it hits.
Just back up 15 feet. And that's me.
Okay, nice. Nice. Okay, next up is one of these. Well, you see a figure dash out. Strike this guy. Again, they have scabbards. He has a scabbard as well. Same clothes, hood up. You can see the grey skin and the white beard. The scabbard is empty. He reaches and as if drawing a weapon, and you just see this golden orange flame blade appear in his hand. Yes?
Is it a red scabbard?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
um,
So what can we see of their faces? Because I'm seeing a platypus. Is it just me?
seeing a platypus. Okay, I shall show you. He strikes and hits with this blade. That is, you see this golden blade hit, and you actually feel this wave of force as it slams into him. And it does nasty damage. This trader goes from looking quite healthy and fit to barely standing with one strike. But yes, they all seem to have red scabbards. You see these two here. They glance at the attack going on the dock. Looks like it's in control. It looks like they've got it sorted. The top Duergar, you see him. He sort of draws his glowing blade and then draws a little sigil in the air, and then flicks the blade. And Rodin, you sense some sort of magical mark upon you. Something. I'll let you roll Arcana and you might be able to work out what it is, but you've been targeted by something.
That's a 22.
It's Hunter's Mark. So you have Hunter's Mark upon you.
Right, yeah.
He's going to dash forward and stab you, I'm afraid. Feel scared.
Well, my AC isn't that good, so...
I know, that's why I feel bad that you're at the front there.
That's a hit.
That's a hit.
That's
Sorry.
10 more than my AC.
It's 21. Are you up?
Yep.
You feel it's the weirdest sensation. You feel this blade. It's a blade of force and light. You feel it go in, and it's almost like it just gives off this pulse of force when it's inside you. Absolutely horrendous. I just want to check that damage is right, because that seems a bit high. Yeah, so
I think there's an extra 2d6 that shouldn't be there.
yeah, I think there is as well. I need to take some off the other guy. It's rolling the damage for when something else is going on as well. Okay, so take. Yeah, so it's actually just 7 damage. Sorry.
Oh, that is considerably better.
It is.
I'm now at 18 hit points rather than 4.
Okay, good. We'll leave the blood splat there as a memoir of my failure as a DM.
Well, that's a bit harsh.
Malice, you're up.
Are they wearing like a uniform? Is there something that
They
ties
just
them all
wear,
together other than the knives?
other than the scabbard, everything just looks very grey and drab. It's clearly clothing that's just designed to blend in and not draw attention.
And the guy that they attacked first, are we sure that's the guy we're looking for?
No?
No. So this could just be a random person. But this is a crime. I am gonna shout for the guards. Guards, we're being attacked. Help. Just to help our case if they find us killing people.
Okay.
And then I will step up in front of Stool. I will grab onto the beard of the guy in front of me, and I will cast Inflict Wounds, because I haven't cast it before and it seems fun.
Oh, it's fun.
Very fun.
It's very fun when it hits. It's very nice. But yes, please roll.
So you got, have you got advantage on that one? I think.
Oh, he was in
you
Fairy Fire, so yes, thank
you
you.
have advantage.
I needed that. I needed that because one of them was the natural one. 15, does 15 hit?
It does hit. Roll damage.
Oh, thank God. Two very shit and one very good. 13 necrotic.
Okay.
Um,
So describe what that necrotic energy looks like. I mean, he goes from confident and cocky to quite
so,
scared quite quickly.
like, I've just grabbed out, so I've ended up grabbing his beard, but you can see that the skin on, like, his jaw starts to kind of wither and close in around the bone, so he starts to look somewhat skeletal, and it just starts to, like, creep up until it kind of wears off.
You would all see that too. Anything else?
So I'm just trying to remember what I've got as bonus actions.
Yeah.
Which I think is Feckle. I've used a spell. Nope. Nothing.
Okay. Nothing.
No.
Okay.
No. Oh, one thing I will do though is I'm gonna be a bad cleric, and can I just move to round the back of the guy so Jordan and I have him in between us?
Yeah, sure.
I can't move because movement from my character has moved on, but
Okay. Try now.
thank you. Even though we already have advantage, it might just help.
You will see this dwarf on the pontoon. Just sort of looks down, closes his eyes, and you just see his muscles sort of start to bulge and expand, and then there's a cracking noise, and his legs extend, his arms extend, and he doubles in size. He is now large, very, very large, and he's going to come in here. And I don't think he can do anything. You just see him again. He's got this glowing gold blade of energy, and he just flicks it in the air and then flicks it at you, and you feel something take hold. Hunter's mark, effectively.
We've made an advantage chain.
Yes. Droden.
So Jordan will have been minding his own business. He's probably like reaching behind his back to like pet his little giant moth Irvy a little bit.
His little giant moth.
Well, it's to him it's
Miniature
little,
giant
'cause
space hamster.
yeah. And then he'll look back forward again, and suddenly there's a Duergar in his face, and he gets knifed. So there'll be a brief moment of Jordan going, "Oh, you fucker," and then he will clasp his hands together and kind of like weave his hands through the air and create a strange-looking rapier that's emanating with black smoke and crackling purple energy. So that's the Shadow Blade spell, which I shall cast, which is a bonus action. And then he's going to try and ram the tip of that blade through the Duergar's head.
Okay, roll to hit.
I've already forgotten the damage. Well, I have to roll to it. Oh, fuck, it was nearly a nat 20.
Nearly. Not quite. No, you summon the spell and you strike forward, and this blade of energy just deflects the blow.
Trojan is angrily whipping it through the air, going, "Stay still, you fucker!" But considerably posher and more angry.
Fair enough. Anything else, sir?
Nope, that's my bonus and my other thing. Main action, full action.
Okay. It's Rain. So, what would you like Rain to do?
I think I know. I'm just working out how far this spell goes. 30 feet. Okay.
Yeah, and that reminds me.
Rain is going to cast Enlarge Reduce on the enlarged.
Okay. Going to try and reduce the enlarged
Bring
one.
it back down to size.
Nice. DC 13 Constitution saving throw. Okay. Fails. So yeah, you see this Duergar sort of, she suddenly grow double the size. Then Rain's like, "No, you don't," and shrinks back to normal size. Nice.
Then I'm going to put it in. Put Rain in. Okay, so it's there, not behind. Yeah, in melee with it, and then I believe the Still Defender goes after Rain. So
Yes.
I'm going to move it so 25 and then 30. Rain can have advantage on it that way.
Okay, yeah.
Oh wait, the Still Defender can make attacks, can't it?
It can, yeah.
You've also made a token penis.
You saw that, Jim, and that tells us a lot.
So
about
much. So much.
I won't draw attention to the fact that Stool and Irvi, the two white tokens, are also at the tip of.
Stool looks like the tip.
You just need to move him slightly. So wrong. Sorry, I've completely lost what's going on now. That's a hit.
Defender.
Yeah, that is a hit roll damage.
Woohoo.
Hey. Yeah, the little mechanical fox slashes out,
Oh, for
catches
fuck's
this.
sake, no one rolled for Darendil.
Oh, that's true. I shall add him.
I just spotted him and went, "Oh, good, another thing to control."
Well, he hasn't had a go, so he can have a go now if you like.
Okay. There's a lot going on there, so can he get? I think I might just make him dash. Except I can't move. Why can't I move?
Put the wrong Darendil down.
I'm moving.
Try that one.
I am moving. Oh, whoa. Okay, wait, so I was over here.
Yeah, he was there.
Oh, why is he badly injured? No.
No, that's not right.
Putting that back up, thank you. He's gonna go help. How far is his movement? 30 feet.
Oh, I think he's 40. Oh no, he's not.
30 on the sheet, yeah.
No, he is 40. Oh no, he's not. That's the barbarian put of him.
It's annoying.
Oh, he can't quite get there.
No. I might just make him dash, because he could probably take the hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, until you made him bigger, the Duergar, I thought that beard was a platypus beak.
Oh, okay, here you go. This is what here's what he looks like.
That's also what I saw, V, so you're not alone in that.
Thank you. And that tells you a lot about us.
It does. It does. So okay, so we've caught up on Derendil. We've done Rain. So it's this Duergar now. He's gonna strike this fella. He seems to ignore Derendil and just lashes out with one of these weird force blades. And that is a hit. Ignore that, that's wrong. So that is 10, 12. No, sorry, 13. So he does strike. It's almost, you see this little spot on the guy's chest sort of glow with this orange light right where his heart is, and the glowing blade seems to be drawn to this spot and therefore does more damage. He's looking bad. He is looking bad. And it is his go. So he has these two Duergar attacking him, but he also has this huge Quaggoth bearing down on him. And he, to be frank, has no idea whether they're all out to get him or just some of them. So he's going to roll insight. He doesn't know who is on his side. He really doesn't. So I'm going to roll a d6. 1, 2, he's going to attack Derendil. The rest, he'll attack one of the others. Derendil.
Why you hurt my mushroom?
Ignore that. You see him take a bottle from his belt and just fling it at Derendil.
Oh, that was nearly a 20.
Nearly. What's his? Oh, his armor class is 13. So close, so close. Derendil's big though, and in the panic, he just throws it and it goes past him and sets the ground on fire here. I'll draw a little squiggle.
Thank you, Lauren. Trying to help you.
The ground is yes. It's like no. But by that point, it's too late. So unfortunately, I think that's his attack. I don't think he's got two. No, he doesn't. Tink.
Let me just double check how far the range of this spell is, if I need to get any closer. 120 feet. I'm good. Okay, so we will expend a spell point for twin spell. And that spell will be Chaos Bolt.
Ruti.
First off, we're going to go for this one, which was caught in the fairy fire, so I should have advantage here.
He was, yeah, he was.
Sure. Do I roll 2 attacks for twin spell, or do I just roll the 1 and...
I don't know. I've never played a sorcerer like that. What?
I assume they're 2 separate attacks.
I would have thought they are, but I'll be honest, I don't know for sure.
23.
Hey, yeah, that is a great hit.
Ooh. 15 points of... Right, choose one of the d8. An 8 or a 2. It's that kind of damage. 8 or 2. Let's go for thunder damage.
Okay. He looks bad. Yeah, he looks bad. Anything else?
Yes, it has. I do it again, but it has
You
to be
do it again.
target. So
Okay.
I assume these guys have got that one, and I'll go for this one between Rain and Foxy.
Okay. It's a hit.
Not so good.
Not quite so good, but still, he still looks quite badly hurt now.
And if it matters, I'll make that fire damage.
Okay. Yeah, he seems pretty hurt by it. Okay, is that your lot?
Yep, I'm going to stay in the bushes. Thank you.
Okay, don't blame you. Do not blame you. Right. He's going to strike at worse. That is a hit. So it's 2d6 plus 3. 10. So you see this glowing magical sigil on the chest of the trader glowing, and the blade again swings, and it almost seems to just pull the Duergar's arm. The blade bites deep. The trader loses his breath, and as the knife's pulled out, drops to the floor. And at that point, it's going to start running. Don't want to have an attack of opportunity, or
Yes, he does.
please feel free. No. No. I'm afraid. So it's this one. It's going to go for malice. Feel the heat, and also like the repulsion, like it's almost like a magnet repelling as the blade comes into you. It's strange. Oh, it's with advantage. So I need to roll that again. It's a 22.
It's rolling with... Oh, damn it.
It's because of flanking.
Yeah, I would have... I missed it.
Right, so ignore that because it's too many. But it's 5 points of damage you take there, not 10.
So happy. That was like the lowest it could have been.
It would pretty much, yeah, it could not have been any lower. So that's 5. And you're up.
5. Let me just add the damage. Okay. So how far away is that guy? Oh, we'll last another round before I can get to him. That's fine. So I'll just do Word of Radiance. And it's literally just her, like, she's just been hit, just curse you all. And with that, a black mist kind of seems to seep from her, and it's people within 15 feet of my choosing, so it's going to be the 2 guys next to me.
Hmm.
And now I've got to remember what it actually does. That's fancier than it should be. So they've got to make a Constitution saving throw DC 13, or they take. This says radiant damage, so we'll go with that.
Okay, the top one with advantage rolled 4. The second one did save. So the top one takes how much?
Let me just roll it.
Advantage.
Yeah, they're Duergar.
Okay.
They have a resilience feature which gives them. Here you go. I'll show you.
If I notice, then I can next time impose disadvantage to level it out.
Okay.
Cool,
Sure.
cool. It's just 5 radiant damage.
How do you want to do this?
Just he's the one who I've already inflicted wounds on, isn't he? So just as the mist kind of seeps into his now already kind of somewhat skeletal jaw, like it goes into his mouth, and you just see him kind of kill out.
Nice. Anything else from your deadly self?
That's my action. If I've used so that was a cantrip. I can't use another cantrip, can I? If it's a bonus action cantrip.
Yes, you could.
I think you can. It's only spells. You can only use 1 spell in a round.
Okay, let me.
So you can
It's
use
one of
another
my
cantrip.
circle of mortality things, so I just need to check something.
Okay.
Okay, so spare the dying is normally an action, but a circle of mortality, I've got spare the dying, which can be used as a bonus action and at a range of 30 feet. And
Okay.
that dead guy is within 30 feet, so I'm going to spare the dying cantrip.
Okay,
Him.
I'll put him on 1 so that he doesn't show as dead. But yeah, you cast the spell. You see the chest rising. He's breathing.
And that's all I can do.
Nice. Okay. So, Duergar, it's feeling a little bit surrounded now. There doesn't seem much they can do. So what weapons Rain using? Not attack them yet, has he?
No, there's a battle axe.
Battle axe. Okay. Whew. Sorry, I'm. It's like decisions. Okay. It's just gonna strike for Rain again. Normal this time, no advantage because the other person's dead. Dead people don't confer flanking. Right, don't take this damage at face value. That is that is 12 points of force damage. Malice as this strange magical blade pierces you.
I thought you said that was rain.
No, Malice. Did I say rain? No, I was
Yeah.
looking at... No, I was talking about rain with regards to Duergar have an ability to get resistant to melee damage, and I was deciding whether to do it or not.
Okay.
I didn't do it.
So how many points damage do I take?
12.
And I'm going to screw myself over now by bringing this up, but is that the one who had Hunter's Mark on me?
Yes, it's included.
Oh, okay, that's included. So
Yeah,
12.
that's not... There's no... Yeah, it's not extra. Okay. He is going to make a break for it.
Opportunity attack?
Yeah.
Yep. I've been casting spells, so what can I...
One.
Opportunity attack is only melee, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
So
the
all
one
I've-
that has?
Unless you've got
fairy fire on
Warcaster.
it?
Sorry?
It has fairy fire on it, doesn't it?
It does.
Lovely. Not so lovely.
Yes. I think that might be a hit. Yes, 14 is just enough.
Okay.
Great.
There's Thomas.
You're rolling in 20s today.
I know, these steel defenders always get good crits. I don't know why. I think it's because they don't do a lot of damage. Yeah, so Malice, as he makes a run for it, you strike him in the back and he nearly falls, but catches his breath, keeps running. But then as he passes Rain's steel defender, what does that look like, Veronica?
I assume it does that in that thing foxes do where it sort of gets itself tightly coiled and then springs and catches onto its back with its claws.
Yeah, and it seems to bite through the spine, and you just see the dwarf drop to the floor, dead. Rodin.
Well, having watched all of that, Drodin is going to. I can't move myself. There we go. Can now. Never mind. He's going to move down here next to Rain, and holding that strange purple black kind of like smoky, kind of transparent magical weapon he has. Drodin is just going to hurl it straight at the Duergar in front of him against Darendil.
Nice. Go for it.
As soon as I can find where I put the spell, because there it is. So it lasts for a minute. Ooh. Fucking find the thing again. Just get the damage now.
Still has
That's
advantage on it.
Yeah, roll again just in case you get a crit. But yeah, that's hit.
Nope.
No, but roll damage.
I will as soon as I find the fucking damage again. There it is. I rolled a 3 on 2d8.
It's enough. How'd you do it?
Oh, well, considering it is psychic damage, this shape probably just like soars through the air, collides with this person, and they promptly begin screaming their tits off, metaphorically, with the slow expulsion of like blood from their nose and like one of their ears, before they eventually just kind of slowly like wither in on themselves. And as they hit the ground, the blade appears back in Dredin's hand.
Nice. That's good. It's good. Yeah, he seems to have dropped. For now, you can't see anymore. Would you like to do anything else? Any other movement or?
Well, I'm going to take the remainder 20 feet of my movement to go down this way where the other guy had disappeared to.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Who is next? It's Rain.
Okay. Head up here. Won't. 10. Hey, you were always big. There you are, no. What can Rain do?
Pistol might be a good one.
I will take Matt's advice. The owl plus 7.
That's a hit. Yeah. You know Nick. He knows how to roll his characters, make them effective. Yeah, 12. Okay. Yeah, Rain raises this pistol and there is a loud bang, and this hole just appears in the chest. Starts seeping blood in this huge dwarf. Sounds weird saying that, but anything else?
It's almost like a little giant moth.
It is. It's like a little giant moth.
Make Steel Defender follow Rain. Drodin, not Drodin. Derendil's not in the turn order. Shall I just take his turn as well?
Yeah. What's
Everyone
that
after
mean?
Rain.
Was he not in the turn? What happened there then? He was in the turn order. He must have dropped out. I think he was on. He was just after you.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm going to say non-lethal, just in case.
Interesting. Yeah, roll damage. Derendil has 2 as well. He claws him. He is close to dropping. Second attack, I assume, is more of a punch, but yeah, he strikes. I would like you to roll for Derendil. I would like for you to roll a intelligence ability check, please, to see whether he's capable of doing non-lethal.
I was thinking of shouting this, but it's not Tink's turn yet.
But yeah, if you can just roll intelligence ability check, just because I want it. Yeah, he goes to claw him, but he's obviously not used to his size and power, and just takes the guy's throat out. He is dead. Who is next? You hear footsteps behind Stall Malice. Big footsteps, like someone huge. You hear the sound of gravel crunching underfoot, and then the sound of those feet running away. She'll end combat there.
Can I check, see if I can hear that?
Yeah, you can roll perception if you want to try
I'm
and.
behind Saul.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah. That was really close to you. You suddenly just hear like a of gravel underfoot.
Because I would try to fairy fire that shit.
Okay, well if you were there, I probably would have hit you because he was right next to you. I didn't even see you there. Okay. All right. I'm going to play this different then, I'm afraid. I thought you were down the bottom of the map, you see. What do you think?
Using advantage or disadvantage, because then I cancel
Advantage.
Cancel it out. Oh wait, I can't see it. Doesn't matter. I wouldn't be able to if I didn't know.
12.
I'm alive!
You feel this weird repulsion like the wrong ends of a magnet. There's something just narrowly past your face. You feel a slight tingle of energy. It seems to miss. And then you hear footsteps running away.
Are they not revealed from trying to stab Tink?
Yeah. Quite.
Oh.
The trader is down. Tink, do you want to do anything? Or are you going to let him go?
I will shout back. I won't have seen what happened back there, but I will, as I said, say, we should probably keep one alive for evidence. But not this one, because I can't do that. What do I do to it? What is Hazel signalling to me?
I'm not signaling. I'm just excited.
Do something cool.
Bash its head in.
Fuck it up.
Fail.
We'll
Okay,
fly up
that's
its nose and
It's my best thing.
claw out its brain.
Ant-Man it.
Yeah. It's because I thought your moth was Tink.
Oh.
That's why I didn't realise she was there.
14?
14 hits.
Yes. You, I hate wasting spell slots.
15 points of damage. He looks bad.
Matters lightning damage. Shit. I should have done it before. I didn't do it. So that's me.
Okay. Alice.
He went too close to my fucking mushroom.
What
So
kind of phrase is that?
I'm gonna run in front of Stool because why not? And then I'm gonna guiding bolt him.
Okay. Go for it.
Please don't be a waste. Please don't be a waste. $17.
A hit. Roll damage. If you get more than 3, just think it's impossible not to. You obliterate him. Go on. What does that look like?
Just this kind of black, kind of ichor kind of arrow just curls out from Malice's hand and just goes straight into his back, and you can see it, rather than piercing him, it kind of starts to cover his entirety, very much like venom from the Spider-Man universe, and then that just starts to seep into his being, and he crumples.
Nice. Nice, yeah, the last of them that you can see drop to the ground. He's dead. You see your weird, oozing black magical energy sort of like crunching and crushing him and compressing him. And he lets out his last breath. And we shall end combat.
And
Look at
can I
us.
then
Well,
can I
carry on.
just spare the dying one of them?
Sure.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one closest. Not like he's up and moving around. He's just going to be not dead. Any sign of the local guard at all?
Not yet, no. No, but that was what, 2-3 rounds, so it was like not even 30 seconds has gone by.
I just think that, folks that care so much about the lore, if they heard some screaming, they'd fucking run. This is the problem with the police. Sorry.
The minute that last Duergar that we can see goes down, I say, everyone shut up! Listen! There might be more!
You went so high pitched then, my headphones cut you out.
Everyone
Yeah.
shut up and listen! There might be more! I guess perception. I'm listening.
Perception, perception.
Yeah, can I go for that as well? I'm on high alert because I'm now protecting Stool.
Well, of course you can't.
I am sorry that my whole character is based off a love of a mushroom.
It is, yeah. Your whole motivation is mushroom related.
This was not what I planned for her.
No, I know, but it's all good.
Jordan's just going to go detect magic and then walk around looking for a ping of illusion magic.
Okay. As you all search Tink, no, you're a bit shook up from that very close. You realise that you did not know that Duergar was there, and if he'd have struck you, it sounded enlarged, invisible. That could have been very bad. All of the glowing blades seem to have just vanished as soon as these people died and hit the floor. The blade dissipates.
What about on the guy I kept alive?
Blade is gone. As soon as he was unconscious, the blade was gone. That's the one that we shall... We'll make that one alive. Okay.
And can I just call around everyone who is injured, and the guy we came here to talk to can Darendil can drag him over or something. I'm not going to him. He can come to me.
Hey.
Darendil, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's terribly hurt, but people are hurt. You're quite hurt, actually, aren't you?
Yep. So anyone who wants it, I'll do prayer of healing.
Ooh.
Darendil will drag over this unconscious Duergar. You also have this unconscious hooded figure. So who are you healing word on? Prayer of healing on?
So prayer of healing on me, on the guy we came to talk to, so the Salt Baron, Drodin, if he wants it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Tink's okay, isn't she? Rain and
Darendil's okay.
yeah, so it'll just be a bit of a waste for the three of us, but it's better than using free spells.
Can I ask as well, would Drojan have picked anything up as he was walking around with his detect magic up?
No.
Nope.
No, whatever those blades were, they weren't magical. Well, not in the literal sense. Do you want to roll on Arcana?
Sure.
Also, the Salt Baron, I know that you said you'd bring
Natural one.
Yeah, I have no idea how they did that.
We've not seen that before.
Perhaps it's some kind of new, undetectable magic blades. Immune to detect magic, identify. Or the blades have teleported away as soon as they've died, so they can't be found. You're not sure. Yeah, that's a critical fail answer.
Yeah. It is. Good. Sorry,
You
Hazel.
start coming
carry
up
on.
with these really elaborate, complex reasons why the blades aren't there. I think Drodin's just a bit tired and missing the simple answers.
With the Salt Baron and him, I know he said we'd bring him up to 1, so he wasn't classed as dead. But is he?
Well, he's on 0. The
He's
attacker is on 0 still. I've just put him on 1 so that he doesn't show as dead, but he is stable. You stabilized him.
But the Salt Baron.
Yeah, you
was
prayer of
so he-
healing him.
Yeah, but before that, was he at 0 hit points?
He was.
Yeah. So he will have got the full extent of healing because he was at 0 hit points due to so
Okay, so he would have
that
got.
would be 8 at 8, 16, add 3, 19 hit points.
Oh wow. Yeah, his wounds close rapidly. The color. Well, I say the color. He's grey. The grey is slightly less pale. And he wakes up. Oh, you have saved me. What? Whoa! What is that beast? And he sees Derendil sort of leaning over him with that concerned expression. Doesn't look that concerned when you're a 9-foot.
That's not very nice. He's just a little moth.
What is going on? Who are you?
Here to ask you some questions, and then you were attacked. And I will show that whatever the captain gave us that shows that we're working for the police. The guard.
Mm-hmm. Can I see that? Please. Holds a hand out.
I'll give it.
Examines it quite closely. You see him sort of go, oh, okay, seems legitimate.
So can Rain hogtie this unconscious one?
Sure, yeah, roll survival to tie him up. Please, would you like tea? Yeah, it seems to have tied up this one. What'd you do with them? Shall we go inside?
We should get the guard to collect this one. Malice, shall we go find someone?
Do you think that in a town like this they'd have a better law enforcement system? Would they not? But yes, let's go find one.
As you start to wander off, you see 2 stone guard sort of doing a slow jog towards you. It's probably only been a minute since you called them. And they march up. Everybody, weapons down. What is happening here? We do not take kindly to foreigners causing trouble in Gracklstugh. Weapons down.
Malice starts to say, well, we're doing your job for you, but she catches herself and you just get,
You see worse. These people have just saved me from attacks from these individuals. They are, I believe they have your emblem.
And I will take it out. We also kept one alive for you, and I'll point at the one on the floor.
Oh, apologies. I did not know you were the deputies. Very good. Apologies. We will take the prisoner. Thank you for your service, and good day. They just start dragging this Duergar away. They don't even seem to bother asking you what's happened.
Do they leave the other corpses?
Yeah, they just leave them there.
Oh fuck it! If how long have they been dead for? Have they death saved?
Sure, let's death save them.
But if I've
They
got
have
time,
now.
no. If as soon as I'm like they're not taking all of them, if I can bring one back, gonna.
Okay.
I'll
That's it.
shout after the guard. We'll be back to give a report to the captain soon.
For a second there.
Yeah, one of them is alive or is stable anyway.
Okay, I'm not going to spend anything fancy on him. I'm just going to healing word to get him up. I'm using all my fucking spells. I'm going to need a nap after this.
I think I
Get
go
up.
invisible.
I don't know what you plan to do to that person, but bring them inside. Let's get out of view.
Okay, drag it inside. Tie it up. I was about to say, I'll be ready to fairy fire just in case Biff wants to use it. Go for it.
Do it.
Okay.
I'll also, if we can, if we're doing this, ask Derendil to have a hold of it as we bring it back.
We're only going to bring it up to 4 points, so, you know, a swift kick to the knackers will take it out if need be.
Okay.
It's bigger on the inside.
It is. Yeah,
I thought you were talking about their knackers then.
Oh, it hurts so much. all that space gets compressed.
So the trader leads you into this hut. It is unlit inside. Those of you without dark vision will not be able to see very much at all. But he sees that Tink, unless you're using a charge, he sees that you can't see and does actually walk over with a flint steel and lights a lantern. You can put the unconscious soul blade over there.
The unconscious what?
He's a soul blade, an assassin. The Red Scabbard Killers, you've heard of them, yes?
But we didn't know they had a name.
Oh, they are well known. He stops talking, realizes it's almost like he realizes he's saying too much. Rubs the back of his head. Tea. Who would like tea?
Oh, never turn down a cup of tea.
Good. He walks over to a stove, starts lighting a fire, gets a kettle with some water, puts it on top. I owe you many thanks. You have saved me. I am Wurs Salt Baron, trader. I owe you a life debt, and therefore, if there is anything I can do to return the favor, then I of course will. You said you wished to speak with me. Perhaps that could be how I thank you.
Are your conversations really that valuable? They would pay off
Oh,
my
yes.
debt.
Oh, yes.
I'm very skeptical.
Oh, fair enough.
Shall we start with telling us everything you know about those things that attacked you and why they would attack you?
They are, I mean, I don't know a great deal. They are known as the Red Scabbard Killers. They are, they don't need weapons. They summon these weapons with the power of their mind. I hear, and this may be rumor, but I hear that they have dealings with mind flayers who have taught them this strength of mind such that they can summon blades. They can infiltrate anywhere because they do not need weapons. They use their mind. It may just be rumor, conjecture, but I met a mind flayer once. I would believe it. They have very powerful minds without the need for magic.
As all of this is getting said, Droden uses Mage Hand to pull a book from his from the inside of his little coat thing, and summons his little magic quill, and he's like writing all of these little notes down. I'm not actually writing these notes down because I still don't like writing things down. But Droden is like making very intense notes about soul blades and their interactions with mind flayers, and the fact that this person has met a mind flayer before. And it's like, how have you ended up meeting an illithid? Like, what caused that? Why did you meet one? And why didn't it?
Well, it was not a good meeting, as you know. They are interested in only one thing from us, and he taps the top of his skull. Your brains. It is their food. I escaped with my life. I'm grateful. You know, of course, of the history of this city and of the Darrow. The Darrow were.
Carry on.
Well, they were the servants of the mind flayers. That is why they are so unfortunate and so damaged. The mind flayers are long gone, but the damage remains. The city is split in two, in more ways than one.
Okay.
You trailed off there. Would you like to continue about how the city is damaged in more ways than one?
I don't wish to speak out of place. Are you asking me as a deputy of the Stone Guard, or are you asking me as clearly your adventurers? And I've heard that there is a drow priestess looking for prisoners, a tiny fae, a huge beast who thinks he's an elf. I assume that is you. 2 drow. There's a few missing though. Where is the dwarf? You have the mushroom. Where is the dwarf?
What exactly are you implying?
You're wanted criminals, and you are representing the law. It is it is ironic. Yes, I find great humor in this this realization.
It is
I appreciate irony in all its forms.
Being criminals and being wanted by the drow are two very different things.
Oh, I see. So you did not commit a crime. Is it you or is it him that tried to assassinate a senior drow officer? This is what I have heard. One of them poisoned, disfigured even. Oh, it's
You seem to be very close to the higher echelons of drow society, which I do find quite odd. Well, how do you hear such things from such a
I have ears.
Society?
I have ears everywhere. It is valuable for trade. If you don't have ears everywhere, you don't know what you need to get in stock.
What is Gracklstug's view on spying?
Well, if they don't know, nothing.
Your life debt could be paid if you have so many ears everywhere in passing around that although we match that description, the representatives of the city are not the prisoners that they are looking for.
Of course, it seems appropriate that you have saved me, and I have already saved you. I will not say that I have seen you. We are done. We are at an accord. The kettle is boiling. Please, how do you take your tea? It is black moss. Very fine. You will not believe this. I don't know your name, small fairy creature. You are from the surface, yes? Check this out. Come see. He wanders over and gets a crate and opens it. And there's and to those of you that haven't been to the surface, there's these weird like squashed spheres. They're yellow. Lemon, I believe it is called. It's very good in tea. You do not get this in the Underdark, only from the surface. And I can get these things.
Sweet tea, but yes, I would recommend you try it.
Jordan, who had up until this point had just been staring at this guy since he trailed off to start talking about them being prisoners, suddenly changes gear again, and he's like, well, how have you gotten lemons from the surface?
I'm a trader. The secret I hear with these, what did they call them? Fruits, I think is the name. The secret with these fruits is to wax them. And when you wax the fruit, it makes it last a very long time.
It's taking me so long to figure out what the hell a fruit was.
I look like it's perfect. This is cemented something I joked about with V the other day, which I will share post stream.
It is fruits, and yes, that's a good way to preserve them. Also, once you've used them, if you keep the peel, you can candy it, and that will keep that even longer, and it's a very tasty treat.
We can do great business together. What was your name again? Tinkle? Tink. Just Tink. It's not short for Tinkle. No. Very good. We should do business together. You have with your knowledge of fruit, and me with my ample supply of lemons. Fruit.
That is a particular...
Fruit? Why do they spell it like that if it's pronounced brood?
There's a particular fruit that I enjoy, air quotes. Tell
me, I may be able to source them.
Well, if you have one now, I'll buy one from you. I suppose with your mangled pronunciation, you would probably call them piney apples.
Piney apples. I have not heard. What? Describe them to me. And how do you love these things? This is surface fruit. Sorry, fruit. This is a surface fruit.
I may have contacts who have been to and from the surface.
Okay. You are a trader then. You have been to Mantle Dareth, I take it.
Mantle Dareth, no.
So, well, that is the trade. That is the hub of trade between the surface and the Underdark. So, if you've not been there, where have you been?
Been to places like Blington Stone.
They do sometimes get the products from Mantle Dareth, yes.
And
I'm not sure of these piney apples. Piney apple? I don't know. How did you say it?
Piney apples.
Piney apples.
They're
okay.
actually...
Why do they have such ridiculous long names for these fruits?
Fruits.
Fruit. Okay.
Fruits. Just, you're saying fruits, and it's fruits. And you're saying piney apples, and it's pineapple.
Pineapple. I'm aware it's pineapple.
Okay.
You're reading me, yes. This is the one thing I enjoy most from the surface. There is not very much humor in Gracklstugh. I appreciate the humor, so yeah, you're taking piss of me, I think is the phrase. Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you. So.
I believe we're asking you questions.
Oh yes, let me pour the tea. Would you like lemons in it? I do. Look, I have like 12 of them. I mean, no one has ever had so many lemons in this city than me. I am, Super trader, really. He takes one of the lemons out and just like starts trying to rip it and open it. I'm still not. What?
Can I show you how to prepare them?
Please, yes. I have yet to learn of the secrets of these things.
You don't want to waste it. I'll get out my dagger and I will cut it down the middle. And I'll You don't have a juice, okay? I'll squeeze it into the
Juicer.
tea. Yeah.
I will use prestidigitation to make a temporary juicer.
I shall allow that.
Well,
Because
it's you create a non-magical trinket that can fit in your hand. Mini juicer. Pop. There you
then
go.
if there's a jug or a vial, I will use the mini juicer to get all of the juice out.
See, I am already learning from you people. You are cultured and educated. I like this. I think we will be good friends.
No, when I...
And
Okay.
let us look. We are talking a life debt. If I have one of these pinely apples, yeah, we need to find a better name for it than that. I may have some in these boxes. I don't know. And he starts opening more crates. What does it look like again?
They're weirdly tall. They have lots of leaves, pointed leaves growing out the top, and they have kind of like a...
What is
Weird.
a leaf?
like flat stalks.
Flat stalks. I don't... Any paper?
Draw it for you.
Okay, yes, I have a little bit of paper here. And
And
he gets you a bit of paper and a bit of charcoal.
Pineapple is tall. I get what you mean, but
Well,
it's one of the taller fruits.
that's the marketing campaign right there in Gracklstugh on the posters. Pineapple is one of the taller fruits.
It's like cream, but creamier. It's like fruits, but
Yeah.
taller.
it's like lemons but taller and not so sour. It's 10:05, so do we want to hold it there, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I just want to. Oh, I draw a great pineapple.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's a brilliant thing, and he's looking at this picture and with fascination and wonder at such a strange. And where do the spores come out?
Spores?
Yes, the spores.
No, there are no spores.
How does that work?
How do
Like-
spores work?
Well, they kind of like spaff them, I think is the word. They spaff them, and then they settle, and then they themselves grow into more fungus, and which they themselves then all spaff, and then so is the circle of life. It
I'm
is
so
forever spaffing.
Sounds so uncivilized when you say it that way.
I love the word spaff.
I love spaff as well.
Maybe why I included it.
Probably not the way I
It's
should have phrased
broken.
it.
No, it's such a good
This-
word.
This is a clip right here.
Oh,
Apology
God.
stream.
I think we're losing our minds.
We are
Been a long
power
week.
of lemons.
And pineapples.
That's where we.
Pineapples. Yeah, I think we'll end it there. We'll
Ju-
pick up the
just-
conversation. Go
Just
on.
so I don't forget by the next time, can I just generally ask him if he's got any goods that are rotting, like he's had them too long and they're not gonna be saleable, because
Install!
Yes, I have 4 what are they called? Potatoes? Do you have these?
Yep.
Four of
no.
them. They are like beginning to root. They are growing roots of their own, but they're a bit squishy now. They're a bit wet. I don't really know what you do with them. So apparently they grow, but
Toes. You boil them? You can
yes,
mash them,
potatoes.
You can stick them in
Stick 'em in a
stew.
stew.
You might be interested in. Well, why have I suddenly? I've turned Barovian for some reason. You might be interested in perhaps keeping lemons too long. I understand when they start to rot, the smell is a bit comparable to corpses.
Ooh.
Why would I want to keep them too long?
No, it's for my companion who is
Likes the smell of corpses.
she has a fascination with the macabre, I think is the politest way to put it.
Anything?
Oh, is that what you're going to do with him?
Maybe.
Okay.
But yes, if you have
But-
anything that's rotting, I would happily take it off your hands so that you don't have to deal with the disposal of it yourself.
I have 4 potatoes, and I think I have 2 cabbages.
Yes, if
You may have them for free. It is a life debt. What more could I? I could do no less.
and so she
He
will
goes in a
them.
crate and he takes out these really like kind of wet and horrible looking potatoes with like quite large roots coming off them. They look pretty minging, and he hands those over. Yeah, I don't think I can sell those.
I will add them to my sack of decomp, which
And
is
here-
now officially meat and potato, which makes me very
Okay.
happy. I'm making still such a good meal.
I do have I do have a cabbage here. It's not rotten, but you saved me, so please. He takes out this massive cabbage. I'm not quite sure what to do with it anyway. I think you just put it in salad, maybe. No?
As someone who, in the real world, has tried to eat a cabbage sandwich, you do not do that. I thought it was hilarious at the time.
I get it.
Oh, please, drink your tea. Make yourself at home, but please do not murder or kill that person in here. I don't need the heat from the stone guard, if that's okay. And we shall leave it there.
In 2 weeks' time, I want to hear about this where he escaped from these mind flayers.
In 2 weeks' time, we are on holiday.
Mhm.
In 2 weeks' time, we are on holiday. In 3
Are on
weeks'
holiday.
time, I want to hear about where he escaped from these mind flayers.
Everybody.
The little pen that I've put together for stall on the ship. Am I just slowly turning that into an allotment?
Yes.
Maybe.
You should plant those potatoes.
I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to just mix them in. But
You've got your
I might
light ball.
grow.
You could literally grow plants with your big light ball that you've got, because it does daylight.
We're going to create, like, Mantle Dareth 2. It's just going to be, like, one just flying giant arc.
Yeah, massive ship with a market on it.
We're going to be the first, like, underdark greengrocer. Like, ooh, this could work, because I'm putting a lot of stuff into that bag.
Yeah.
It's going to be very rich soil.
It is, the things that will grow from it. Mm.
Yes. Including stool.
It's probably worth clarifying with Stool that he doesn't really eat you've got that bag, and inside that bag you will find lots of mushrooms and things growing, and Stool will eat those just like you would. So every time you open it, there'll be something glowing, and he'll be like,
yeah. So because when he was little and he didn't really have the mouth, like that's when he got it through his feet. But then
he did.
the person with the armor.
He's on solids now.
Yeah, like so yeah. I'm now using. It
He's
used to be a
growing.
playpen. It used to be a playpen for him. It is now a little mini buffet.
Yeah, the only person who actually eats the dirt is Malice.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, I'm going to stop the stream. Thank you for anyone that's watching. Thanks, guys, for playing. That was, as always, turned ridiculous, which is what I love the most. So I'll say goodbye. Bye.
Hattie bye.
Bye.